Helena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze are the gold medal favorites here. They have won their last 4 competitions. But that is the least interesting part of their story. Here's Anthony Mason.
I always tell my boy skating, a girl partner is like a crystal vase. You have to treat her very nicely. If the crystal vase is broken, it's nearly impossible to put it back again.
Yelena Berezhnaya has always seemed more fragile than most. Growing up as a small girl in a smaller town in Russia's deep south, she was raised by her mother, who got by on a meager salary. But it was evident at an early age that Yelena had a talent. She was an extraordinary skater. And in 1990, Tatyana Berezhnaya sent her only daughter to Moscow to train under the country's skating elite. Coaches soon paired her with a tall, rugged Latvian named Oleg Shliakov, who had already been through 6 partners in 4 years.
It was clear we made a good pair and would at least win a medal at the World Championship.
Worried they would be overshadowed in the competitive Moscow school, Yelena and Oleg moved to Riga, Latvia, Shliakov's hometown.
I was reassuring myself that I had to do this. I had to skate for the sake of my mom. I was skating to make my mom happy.
Yelena and Oleg made many Latvians happy when they finished a very promising 8th at the Lillehammer Olympics. They seemed a pair for the future. But their success was hiding a disturbing secret. Oleg's insatiable drive for perfection on the ice was suffocating Yelena.
He would say in practice, "Do it again, do it again, do it again." And I did it until I was completely crushed. He did it very rudely, and others started to notice.
Any mistake on Yelena's part set off a burning rage inside Oleg. He began hitting Yelena.
He said that nobody would believe me if I ever told anyone about it. And he was starting to hit me very often in practice.
I can only answer in one way. What happened between us was strictly our own business.
Petrified, Yelena kept quiet about the abuse she was receiving at the hands of her partner.
My mom didn't know anything about the things that happened to me in Riga. I didn't tell her anything. I know that her health is pretty bad, and I didn't want to make it worse. I knew that she would watch me skate on TV, and that it gave her strength. She was the only reason for me to continue.
Hoping to tame Oleg's temper and keep the pair from falling apart, the Latvian Federation sent Oleg and Yelena to St. Petersburg in Russia at the end of 1995 to train with the legendary pairs coach, Tamara Moskvina.
Well, as usually when you come to the new coach, he behaved nice. But then he started to behave as usual. He could kick her, he could shout at her, he even hit after, for no reason, to hit the girl who was much weaker than him, much younger than him, and, well, like I was shocked.
Another skater in St. Petersburg, Anton Sikharulidze, saw what was happening.
My first reaction was Oleg should be sent back to Riga. Anyone could see that this was no way to skate, no way to treat a lady. He wasn't taking any advice. He wouldn't listen to anyone.
Anton befriended Yelena, and the two began spending time together off the ice. Their budding relationship made Oleg seethe.
He was angry, he was desperately not happy with her. And then I asked him, what's the matter? Why you are so angry with her? Why you behave not properly? And he confessed that he is afraid of Anton. I asked, why? Why you are afraid of him? And he shouted at me, you don't know. I'm telling you that they're in love.
Scared that Anton was going to steal his partner away, Oleg took Yelena back with him to Latvia.
How did it happen that we left without our coach Tamara, without our choreographer, without anybody? And then I was told when we got to Latvia, don't even dream about leaving this place again.
In January of 1996, Yelena and Oleg were in this arena, without a coach, practicing their side-by-side camel spins. The pair was spinning dangerously close together when disaster struck. Oleg's blade accidentally hit Yelena's head, piercing her skull.
In the ambulance, when they asked my name and address, I couldn't say anything. I couldn't talk.
Oleg's blade had opened a 2-inch gash in Yelena's head. Her speech impaired, Yelena underwent serious brain surgery.
Why was she the one who was hurt? And why was it me who did it? Why was all this happening? I just don't understand. It's very difficult to think about.
Oleg visited the hospital every day to see Yelena, who had great difficulty speaking. What she wanted to say was that her partnership with Oleg was over.
I didn't want to stay in Riga and be a slave. I think even without the accident, I would have told Oleg we were through. I would have rather quit skating altogether than stay there.
Unbeknownst to Yelena or Oleg, Anton slipped into Riga to see his fallen friend.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see him in the hospital.
When I saw her, I had to give her a fake smile. I couldn't show how shocked I was by her appearance.
Anton moved Yelena to this hotel, right across the street from the Riga railroad station.
I knew we had to go back to St. Petersburg. In order to stop us, he had to kill me.
The next evening, Anton took Yelena to the station. They hurried to catch the 7:25 overnight train to St. Petersburg. What they didn't know was that Oleg Shliakov was on his way. Racing to catch Yelena before the train departed with his skating career, Oleg frantically searched track 1 for his partner. Another train was pulling away on track 2. On it were Yelena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze. Oleg Shliakov had been searching the wrong train.
When the train started moving, I took a deep breath. It was so great.
The train pulled into St. Petersburg the next morning. Yelena Berezhnaya was free.
I went to the railway station, and she was very weak, but she was very happy.
Yelena was like Moskvina's broken crystal vase, and putting her back together seemed an impossible task.
We were so afraid because this was brain damage. We didn't speak about skating at all. The question was health and life.
Yelena began speech therapy and then slowly started skating.
I wanted to skate so much, and especially with Anton.
Within a year, she was skating competitively. There were scary moments. But the fragile young Berezhnaya not only overcame that fall, she conquered her fears. And remarkably, just last month, Yelena and Anton won their first European championship.
I really admire her brains. Very deep in her heart, she must be extremely brave.
Yelena and Anton are no longer romantically involved, but the dramatic events of the past 2 years mean they will always have a special relationship. And you might be surprised to learn who'll be cheering for them this week. Oleg Shliakov, who is in Chicago looking for his 9th partner.
I will root very hard for Yelena, because I know what that gold medal will mean. I'll be very, very happy if she can stand on top of that podium. I know how hard was the path we began together. It's just that she has chosen to take that path alone.
She took that path with a hand from Anton Sikharulidze. And with him, the 20-year-old woman whose career seemed finished 20 months ago is now the favorite for Olympic gold.